What's up, everybody? On today's race breakdown, we are recapping the Spartanburg Criterium. This is a part of the Speed Week and USA Crit Series here in the Southeast. This is the Cat 2-3 race. We had about 45 riders in this race. The numbers are a little low for this year. We were fighting collegiate nationals, so a lot of the younger Thundercats are going and chasing rainbow stripes this weekend. So a bit unfortunate. This race is normally jam-packed, pro field, amateur field, large numbers, large turnout. Like I want to say last year it was like 70 or 80 riders in the 2-3 race. Unfortunately, we're like cut in half this year. Either way, great competition. If you guys are familiar with Spartanburg, really fun course, very dynamic. You know, it can host a breakaway, it can host a full-out final sprint, so it's going to be a good time. Let's jump into the action. All right, just a few minutes later, we're rolling. I've kind of been taking it easy, and all of a sudden I hear over the PA that Jeremy from Newtype is up the road already. So in this race, we have myself, Jeremy, who is our threshold diesel rider, breakaway guy, and then Jake, who is a sprinter, very punchy, dynamic rider. So three of us, and as soon as I hear Jeremy's already up the road, I'm like, dang it, I was like, that was early. He's got like a 5-second, 8-second gap already. So moving up here on the inside, and you can see this MBO rider and this FSR rider start to chase. And those are going to be the two other main teams with, I would say, solid representation in this race. Is MBO has like 5 guys total, FSR has like 2 or 3 guys, and then there's me and Jake with Newtype and Jeremy. So I love this course. It is super fun for my profile. Been trying to do well and get a good podium and a good result for a really long time. But with Jeremy up the road, I'm already ready to play games. It's early on. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm here for our team to get a good result, you know, no matter what. That's first and foremost. And as soon as Jake kind of rolls off the front with some chase riders, me and the MBO guys move up to the front in the main group and kind of just chill. Set a false tempo, kind of coast in the corner, coast out of the corner, really casual. Like, that's a pretty big chase group, and I'm okay with that going up the road. That's got a pretty good success rate of kind of sticking. But hey, we're only 4 minutes in here. There's no way this thing's going to stick. Everything resets. Except Jeremy is up the road. The MBO rider and the FSR rider plus a Kingdom Elite rider got some separation. So they have already about 10 to 15 seconds on us. So we're coming through the turn 1, turn 2. Velocious riders, alarm bells are ringing for them. They're a little bit smaller. There's some younger guys. They're definitely juniors. They were really active in the first part of this race to try to get up to the breakaway group. But you can tell me and the MBO rider, we have done a great job of kind of just patrolling the front early on, and kind of, I'm moving up to the front right here so I can just kind of soft pedal, entering, coast a little bit, coast as long as I can to really disrupt the chase of this Velocious rider. But got to give them props. There's some younger guys. They're really, really small, really good at cyclocross. They were really hungry this first part of this race to get in the move, to bring it back. They just couldn't really find the right combination, timing, speed, etc., to kind of get up the road and get away. So I'm good with this. Like, one of them's going up the road right now. I have zero interest in chasing that down. Kind of take the line choice I want to, inside, outside, inside, and kind of do my thing. So we've got a Joyce rider pulling through, and there's really no urgency from the group behind us. You know, it's early on. It's almost like these guys were immediately content with letting something go up the road. But as soon as I thought that, here comes the big chase of the group. These other riders are coming through. We got Jake on the front right now doing a great job patrolling and disrupting the chase. He's kind of protecting his wheel, protecting his line, trying to discourage riders from dive bombing him and undercutting him, and really just slowing this thing up. Since they get a little bit of separation through this turn, I have zero interest in pulling this thing back. I want a couple of these other guys to burn some matches early on to get some fatigue in their legs, to kind of make them sit back down and rethink chasing this thing back. But you can't even see the breakaway in the front cam. Like that's how far they've got away already. It was pretty quick, and they had like 15 to 20 seconds on us. So 4 guys up the road. One of them's our teammate Jeremy. We're gonna do everything we can to make sure he has enough of an advantage to get away in the breakaway and have this thing stick. But the breakaway went so early. Oh, real quick, got a counter on the right. Really threatening move, super fast, a lot of speed. So I have to burn a pretty big match right here to stay on this. If another move goes up the road, it's still too early for me to kind of let this thing go. We want to make sure we have presence in the move. Come through turn 1 super fast. Pedal as much as I can through turn 2. Really, really fun turn. And I just hop on these guys' wheels. We've got good separation, but just they never got the speed up enough, and the group behind us is way too hungry and brings this thing back pretty quick. But early on, I was figuring out who are the guys that were motivated to get up the road. And I'll tell you this, guys, it was really, really fun. When you have a teammate up the road and you've got a good teammate like Jake who can cover moves, disrupt, it is so much fun to race like that. Obviously, on the other hand, if you're another guy and you're racing against us, it seems super negative. But when you're on the receiving end, it is super fun. So 15 minutes in, this was probably the strongest and like most threatening move of the race as far as a chase. So we got a young blood rider who's putting in a lot of work right here. He did that attack as we came through the start-finish line. We've already got good separation. The field's getting strung out, single file, it's getting fast. I've got an MBO rider on my wheel, so I know he's not interested in chasing anything back either. He's kind of looking for a free ride just like I am. And he's got a rider on his wheel. I can't tell who it is just yet, but this young blood rider in the front cam is putting in a good dig. We're not going like 31 or 32, in my opinion. If we wanted to bring back the breakaway or like really get the separation we needed to, we'd need to be going like over 31 on the back straight. But we do have good separation. I think this attack went at a really good time. In the rear cam again, you can see a couple more guys like leapfrogging up to us. They want to be a part of getting this mix as well. So I kind of look back right here, flick my elbow through, let some guys roll through and see who all has joined the party. And I'm pretty good with this. Now I kind of just sit on the back and get a free ride if we want to get separation and kind of start and solidify like a second breakaway or like solidify a good chase group. Got one more rider trying to bridge up in our rear cam. It's a Joyce Athletics rider. I look back right around this time and I realized we had 1 or 2 more guys trying to bridge up to us. And I was like, you know what? Like, this is going to be a little bit too big. You can see this guy in the front cam in the white bike right here. He's already skipped pulls, so he's not motivated to like put any work in. In my opinion, him skipping a pull right there was the reason that this break isn't going to work. Is, you know, with the MBO rider and me for Newtype in this thing, like you've already got 2 guys that are kind of just like looking for a free ride. Well, I don't want the Joyce Athletic rider in this group. I don't want really too many more guys, so I kind of tell him to pull through, and he tells me no. Well, I'm going to see how tired he really is. I'm going to drop the wheel right here and make him come around me, make him burn just a little bitty match to cover that thing back. I'm feeling fine. I feel fresh in legs to cover things back, but unfortunately, the cohesion was not needed, or the cohesion was not there for that specific move to go up the road, and just a few minutes later, we get brought back. So we're 22 minutes in, and at this point, we realize that like the group that's up the road is pretty much gone. There's no more reason for us to really chase them back or like to try and get up to them. But if a second move goes, we want to make sure we're in this thing. So I waited a little bit to bridge up to this thing. I was hoping to like break the elastic right here, but we got the Velocious rider on my wheel, getting a little bit of a ride up to this little bit of group. But you can see they're already looking around. Some guys are tired, and with 23 minutes in, we're just at halfway. Like, the moves are going left or right. Like, guys are trying, it just never seemed to find the right mix of diesel motors, guys that were willing to pull, and then obviously I'm in there to just kind of disrupt everything. All right, so just a little bit of a recap. It has been a little crazy. We got some more counters coming. Here comes Jake, but in the break is Newtype, MBO, Kingdom Elite, and FSR. Like, we all have bodies in this race, and if you weren't kind of had your head on a swivel at the beginning of the race, you kind of lost track, like who was doing what and like why people were blocking. I think it was pretty obvious for us. Guys knew that we were kind of there to disrupt and take away your lines. But yeah, it was a little bit confusing. So I had some teammates on the sideline kind of telling us and feeding us some information on who's doing what and who is actually in the breakaway. All right, 32 minutes in. I'm about to pull up next to Jake and tell him Jeremy's on his way.
Jake, they're almost here. Keep working.
So I'm kind of going back up to the front. I know the breakaway is about to lap up, and it's going to get really exciting. So I am just doing one more just disrupt move to kind of just like get on the front, soft pedal, coast, early, coast late, out of the turn, to bring the pace and the average speed down of the group, just to help Jeremy get to us a little bit quicker, because we want him to get here and have enough time to like move up to the front, maybe to recover a little bit. We don't know how much work he's done in the group. If I know Jeremy, he's done a ton of work, and so he's probably going to be cracked. But with these little moves that are coming around me, I'm not worried about them. Now my full focus is on Jeremy and waiting for him to get to us, and so we can bring him straight to the front and increase our chances of getting a win, or especially getting on the podium. And it's going to be really hard to do. MBO guys have like 5 guys, and then there's just 3 Newtype guys, so it's going to be tough to do. We have a couple more little chases right here, little efforts to kind of keep it fast, but it's really not going to go anywhere. But I give these guys props for putting in effort right here. Jake does one more little effort too to kind of help slow this thing down. But overall, it's a good race, man. The winds were crazy. So like for our race, you could tell like some of the roads are drying out a little bit, some of the corners. But like earlier in the day, there was like crazy gale force winds, super crazy winds. So I'm glad it cleared up for our race. All right, 34 minutes in, we're dropping back. You see the breakaway riders are coming up through the field, and it's about to get enters. All right, skipped ahead just a few minutes. And when the guys from the breakaway got to us, I looked over at Jeremy, and he looked cracked, and he was. And so while the MBO rider went straight towards the front, here's Jeremy just to my right, and he's kind of hanging on the back, kind of trying to recover a little bit. I finally got to him at the line right here. Boom. It's 5 to go. So we really need to get to him and get him to the front and get him positioned correctly. So it's taken a little bit longer than we wanted to kind of link up and kind of get him going. I've been yelling at him the whole time. And finally I talked to him. I was like, hey, how you feeling? He tells me he's good. But unfortunately, kid you not, right there coming into turn 1, he hit this weird little seam and he got a rear flat. You can see him checking it in the rear cam right now. He's setting up. He freaking gets a flat. So all of a sudden, our strategy, boom, goes out the window. You guys got to give Jeremy some crap. He's running TPU tubes. We've been trying to get him on tubeless game. Hit us up in the comments. We got to get Jeremy on tubeless. This is like the 3rd race where he's gotten a freaking flat because of these stupid tubes. Well, now at the line, it's going to be 4 to go. And I'm like looking back for Jeremy, trying to see if like he doesn't really if he doesn't really have a flat. I'm hoping like he like realizes he doesn't. Well, unfortunately, he does. Well, I'm off the back, and as soon as that happens, there's a good surge in speed, and so I'm like, now it's like 2 to go. We skipped ahead a little bit. We're on 2 to go, so we're gonna finish this thing out. Well, Jake's been up in the front this whole time, like just waiting for us. And I have no idea what's happened at the front. Well, MBO has taken command of this race. They have like 5 guys, and they're gonna lead out their dude who was in the breakaway. Turns out like no one else that was really in the breakaway is looking to contest this finish. It doesn't look like everyone's kind of pretty content that they've like, oh cool, I'm gonna get a good result. Like they're not really worried about getting this thing. Well now I'm like, well, fourth's up for grabs, so I'm gonna go try and get this thing, and it's gonna be super hard. One to go right here at the line. I find this little cheeky line on the right side. As soon as the crosswalk opens up, boom, opens up right. Carry as much speed as I can through turn 1, try not to hit the curb, pedal a little bit, carry as much speed as I can through turn 2, and Jake's right in front of me. Boom, there he is. I'm going to find his wheel, but MBO, again, they have control of the front. I got super lucky to make my way all the way from the back to the front in like a lap. And finally, I'm just like, dude, I just got to burn whatever matches I have left. There goes the lead-out rider for MBO, and then now they're squeezing me on the right-hand side. Well, we're going to get a crazy dive bomb from Shane Wolf right here, boom, and it's hard to see, but he dive bombs super late, and it pushes me wide and the MBO guys wide, and we lose all our momentum. A couple guys undercut me as we come through turn 4, and now it's all I've got left is just a little bitty sprint. Burned all my matches trying to get the breakaway to stick for Jeremy, and our plan goes up in smoke. I end up coming away with like 7th. Really fun time racing like that, really cool time. That just lets you know that like anything can happen in racing, and no one is immune to bad luck. So get you some teammates, go race your bikes, you know, block it up or counter, get in the move, do whatever you need to. Really fun addition for Spartanburg. Had a good plan, just things fell apart. So appreciate you guys watching. Catch you on the next one.
Yeah, get some teammates.